friends, welcome to the channel AKY Biotech. So today again here we are with a very important topic for you. We'll discuss some of the important questions from the C3 and the C4 cycle. So let's start with it. Number one question. Which stage of the Calvin cycle utilizes ATP? So here comes the four options for it. The correct one is this one. Which stage of the Calvin cycle it utilizes ATP, that is the reduction as well as the regeneration. Next, for assimilation of one carbon dioxide molecule via photosynthesis, the energy required in the form of ATP and NADPH2 are. So the correct option is this one. We require 3 ATP and 2 NADPH molecules. Number 3. The first stable product of Calvin cycle. The first stable product of this is the that is 3-phosphoglycerate. Number 1 is the correct answer. Question number 4. Dark reaction depends upon. It depends upon the product of the light reactions. So that will dark reaction. It depends upon the products of the light reaction. Question number 5. The first dark reaction or carbon dioxide fixation product is. That is 3-carbon compound, 3-carbon organic acid. Number 6. Melvin Calvin used radioactive in studies for the discovery of first carbon dioxide fixation product. So we have the four options over here. All these questions are very important. You kindly go through them thoroughly, and all these questions have been asked many of the times in the examination. So the correct option for this is, we have to fill in the blanks for this. So the Melvin Calvin, he used 14C radioactive in algal photosynthesis studies. He used this one, algal photosynthesis. Then question number 7. What is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide in dark reaction? So the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide in dark reaction, that is, it is a ketose sugar. Number 8. Which of the following is not a step of photosynthesis? So as we all know, these three, they are the steps of the photosynthesis, that is carboxylation, regeneration and reduction. So the correct option is, we have to find out which is not a step, that is the decarboxylation. This is not a step of photosynthesis. Number 9. The order of 3 steps of Calvin cycle is. So the order is carboxylation, it is followed by reduction, and then comes the regeneration, last step. 10 number. Calvin pathway, it occurs. So it occurs in all the photosynthetic plants. Number 11 question. The most crucial step of Calvin cycle. So we have to find out from this the most crucial step of the Calvin cycle. This is the number 1 step, that is the carboxylation. How many molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate are produced during a single run of carboxylation? So we know that how many molecules they are produced during a single run. This one, 2 molecules they are produced. Number 13. How many molecules of ATP? All these questions related how many molecules of ATP, NADPH, or how many molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. All these questions you have to be very clear, and kindly be clear with the cycle as well, so that you are able to answer all these questions in one go. How many molecules of ATP and NADPH are utilized in the step of reduction? So the correct answer is this one, that is the A part. So 2 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH, they are utilized in the step of reduction. Number 14. For the formation of 1 molecule of glucose, how many turns of fixation are required? So the correct answer is, for fixation of 1 molecule of glucose, we require 6 turns. This is the correct option. Next, for the uninterrupted flow of Calvin cycle, which step is most important? So the most important is, if we want the Calvin cycle to operate without any interruption, so the most important step, that is the we have these options, and the correct one option is this one, that is the regeneration. Number 16. How many ATPs are required for regeneration of 1 molecule of IUBP? So how many ATPs are required for regeneration of 1 molecule of ribulose biphosphate? That is, the correct option is this one, 1 ATP it is required. Then number 17. The step of regeneration during C4 cycle occurs in. So we all know about this. This occurs in the only in the mesophyll cells. These cells are involved in this. Then number 18. The process which makes major difference between the C3 and the C4 plants. So the major difference which marks the difference between the C3 and the C4 plants, that is photorespiration. Number 19. The chemiosmotic coupling hypothesis of oxidative phosphorylation proposes that adenosine triphosphate is formed because the correct one is this is the chemiosmotic coupling hypothesis, that is in the electron transport chain, that is the oxidative phosphorylation process. This is ATP is formed because of a proton gradient that forms across the inner membrane. So ATP, this is finally formed due to the proton gradient. Then number 20. Which of the following statement is incorrect? You have to choose the false statement out of these. So the false statement is Rubisco is a bifunctional enzyme. This is a true statement. Then coming up to the next statement, that is in C4 plants, the site of Rubisco activity is mesophyll cells. So this one is the incorrect statement. Rest two, these also you read it, because these two also are the true statements. That is, the substrate molecule for Rubisco activity, it is a 5-carbon compound. We know this thing, and the Rubisco action requires ATP as well as NADPH. Next, here we end with the C3 cycle. Now we come to the questions of the Hatch-Slack pathway or the C4 cycle. So the questions, number 1. Which of the following are special features of the C4 plants? So the correct answer, they have a special type of anatomy. This is a true statement. Then they tolerate higher temperatures and show a response to high salt intensities. Again, a true one. They lack photorespiration and have greater productivity of biomass. Again, a true statement. So the correct one is this one, that is the fourth, that all the three statements, they are the regarding the C4 plants. Then number 2. Identify the statement that is true for C4 plants but not for C3 plants. So the correct one is the C4 plants, they initially fix carbon dioxide in mesophyll cells as 4 carbon long compounds. So this one is the correct one. As we all know that the C4 plants, they fix the carbon dioxide in mesophyll cells as 4 carbon long compounds. Then number 3, PEP, that is the phenol phosphoenol pyruvate. This is primary carbon dioxide acceptor. This we all know that PEP, it is the carbon dioxide acceptor in case of C4 plants. Then, with reference to factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis, which of the following statement is not correct? So we have to find out the incorrect statement. The correct is light saturation for carbon dioxide occurs at 10% of full sunlight. This is the correct statement. Increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide concentration up to 0.05% can enhance carbon dioxide fixation rate. Again, a true statement. Then, C3 plants respond to higher temperatures with enhanced photosynthesis, while C4 plants have much lower temperature optimum. This statement is an incorrect one. Then, tomato is a greenhouse crop which can be grown in carbon dioxide enriched atmosphere for high yield. Again, a correct statement. Then, question number 5. A plant in your garden avoids photorespiratory losses, has improved water use efficiency. Number 3, that is, shows higher rates of photosynthesis at higher temperatures and has improved efficiency of nitrogen utilization. In which of the physiological groups would you assign this plant? If a plant is showing all these features, the above which I have mentioned, so you will categorize in which of the physiological groups this plant. That is, this is belonging to the C4 plants. Then number 6 question. The first carbon dioxide fixation product of C4 plant is, so the correct answer is, that is the oxaloacetic acid. Then number 7. What is correct about C4 plant? So the correct is, they have a special type of leaf anatomy. This is the correct statement. Then they tolerate high temperatures. Again, a correct one. They lack a process called photorespiration. Again, a correct option. Have lesser productivity. This is not. This is an incorrect option. So the correct one is this one. That is the D. PQR statements. The first 3 statements, they are the correct related to the C4 plants. Number 8. What is incorrect about bundle sheath cells? So the incorrect statement, we know that the bundle sheath cells, they are multi-layered. Correct one. Large number of chloroplasts they have. Intercellular spaces. Incorrect statement about the bundle sheath cells, that is this one about the intercellular spaces, and the bundle sheath cells, they have the thick walls. This is again a correct statement. Number 9. Hatch-Slack pathway comes under which category? So this pathway, it is a cycle. Number 10. Where exactly the PEP case found? So we know that this is found in the only in the case of mesophyll cells. All these questions are very important and have been asked many times in the examinations. Please go through them thoroughly. Number 11. Which C4 compound is transported in bundle sheath cells? So the correct option you have over here, and the correct one is both A and B, that is the malate as well as the aspartate. Then number 12. The step of decarboxylation during C4 cycle, it occurs in. This step, it occurs in the bundle sheath cells. This the step of decarboxylation. Then number 13. The process which makes major difference between C3 and C4 plants is, so the major difference between C3 and C4 plants, this is due to, we know, this is due to the photorespiration. This marks the major difference between the two cycles. Then C4 plants are more efficient in photosynthesis than C3 plants due to the correct option we have. This is because of presence of larger number of chloroplasts in the leaf cells. So the correct option is this one, that is number 2. Now the last question. In Hatch-Slack pathway, the primary carbon dioxide acceptor is. So in this we know that the primary carbon dioxide acceptor, that is the PEP, that is phosphoenol pyruvate.